Greetings, family. It's Empress D. I'm obviously in nature. It's a brisk one today, family. It's cold, but it's okay. I have my gear in the car at all times, so we are comfortable. I hope you guys are getting out in nature. I hope you guys are getting out in nature, wherever you are. And I also hope that you guys, I hope you're leveling up. I hope that you are investing in yourself every day. I hope that you are doing something to improve yourself every day. I hope you're getting to know yourself more every day. Very important tasks right now, family. I'm obviously in nature and I'm contemplating and I'm thinking. And what I want to share with you guys today, family, is the fact that, times are changing. I'm changing. We all should be changing, right? What I'm finding right now is that things are becoming very obvious and apparent, right? Things that weren't clear before are becoming more clear. I'm finding that the practices that are hidden from us and that most of us don't even think about at any point in our lifetime, spirituality, energy, frequency, all of that kind of stuff, family, it's super, super amazing and real, okay? I'm going to give you guys an example. Now, I started to get into stones and crystals and energy, since I've been studying this for the last 2 years, in-depthly, right? I did dibble-dabbled before, but in depth I've been studying for the last 2 years. And I bought, one of the things that I wanted to work on personally is my expressive self, right? My throat chakra, right? I don't always say what's on my mind, family, and that's because the personality that I have likes to avoid conflict, right? So if I can just not say anything to avoid the conflict, that's the route that I take most of the time, okay? As I've been studying, I've been working on speaking up when, not all of the time, because I still am not going to speak up most of the time, but to make sure that my voice is heard when I think it's important to be heard, right? And that's something that I've been working on. So what I wanted to bring up is that I bought a turquoise stone, a nice little turquoise stone, and I love silver, so I put it on a silver chain and I wore it around my neck. Shortly after that, I began this YouTube channel, family. And I'm not joking with you. Now, I listen, and of course, obviously, me expressing via YouTube is opening my throat chakra, right? And it's actually a task that is towards accomplishing my goal of being more expressive, right? And so, I'm telling you, stones and crystals carry energy. And I'm just telling you this. I didn't get the necklace to start a YouTube channel. I got the necklace, the stone, and I started wearing it. And then I started a YouTube channel out of the blue, right? And so back to this stone. So I got the stone. It was a cute little perfect stone. And I like a lot of, I wear lots of chains. So I needed to be it was just perfect, a perfect little stone. And so I a couple weeks ago, I was just fixing it and arranging it, and it fell off in my hand. It broke. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to replace this stone. So I replaced the stone. And I got another cute little one. It's really pretty, and it fits right into with my other necklaces, and it's wonderful. Okay. This stone is powerful, family. I was at a party, a gathering, yesterday, and they were doing karaoke, and I just got there, and somebody was doing karaoke when I got there, and then kind of there was a lull, and I suggested to myself, you know what, I'm going to do the karaoke. So I went to the DJ guy, and I said, okay, can I see the book? And he's like, there's no book. You just kind of have to know what song you want, and I can pull it up. I'm like, oh shoot. And then so he goes, here, I have some on the screen. So he had some on the screen, and it said Bob Marley. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me do a Bob song. And my favorite Bob song is Waiting in Vain. So, but I'm like, I don't have a melodious voice to be, doing waiting. Like, I didn't want to carry that. Last night I said, you know what, I want to do Redemption song. And look at it. It's so relevant to what's happening right now. I said, okay, I said to the DJ guy, I said, Waiting in Vain's my favorite song, but I'm going to do Redemption song. Okay. And he's like, okay, cool. And I said, but I'm not ready to go yet. I said, I'm going to let somebody else go before me. So after the next person goes, and then I'll go. Okay. So I'm like, he's like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, I just got there, right? So I'm like, okay, I bought a little bit of time to kind of just chill and I was going to actually practice when the person was doing their song, in order to be fluent in reading the karaoke thingamajiggy before I went, right? So that was my plan. So I'm settling down and whatever, and got something to drink, and I hear Waiting in Vain come on. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's actually going to do my song. When I look up who's doing the song, it's the DJ. The same guy that I said, okay, somebody else, if somebody goes first, then I'll go. So the guy kind of set me up. So anyway, he did Waiting in Vain, and I practiced with that, and then I got up and I did Redemption song. Family, like, there's instrumental parts, and during the instrumental parts, I'm saying to the people, guys, you're not, we have to wake up, family. What is happening here? Are we not seeing what's going on around us? Here I go into this big old speech about like what our prime minister is doing and our freedoms and our rights in the middle of the party, in the middle of my karaoke song, family. This stone that I have around my neck is super powerful. Like, who does that, right? And somebody had invited me there, and I felt like, oh my God, did I embarrass? Like, I can't help it, family. I cannot help speaking my mind. This stone is super powerful. Family, it's energy, and it's not, I know some people want to think it's hocus pocus. It's not. They tell you that to stay away from it, family. We got to start questioning everything they vilify, right? As we've been growing up and socialized, we have to really question things that are vilified. Like 13, the number 13. 13 is a sacred number, and they vilify it so that you're not aware of it, right? There's so many things that we have to kind of relearn, family, from what we've learned. So stones and crystals and incense and Palo Santo and sage, they're not hocus pocus, which, like, come on, we can't allow our programming to continue to have us categorize these esoteric and cosmic sciences in that way, right? We can't allow it anyway, family. So I just wanted to say, like, this is evidence, like, this is my lived experience and how stones and crystals really work, right? I got the stone, and then all of a sudden I started a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys probably never watched my early ones, but I don't even have really Instagram and Facebook. Like, I don't have these things. I have them, but I don't post on them. I don't do social media. So for me to do a YouTube channel is so outside of my norm, right? And I attribute it to that stone I had around my neck. I wanted to speak my voice more, and look what it had me doing. And this new powerful stone that I have, look, it has me in parties singing like I don't even know these people. And then talking about, oh, family. Anyway, I'm just trying to show you. There's an example that, like, it's real, right? They try to make it sound fantastical and weird and something to stay away from. But family, we have to tap into these things. This is us, right? Anyway, family, I hope that you guys are getting out in nature and are taking care of yourself and getting to know yourself. And I really love and value each and every one of you. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. Okay, family? One love.